Okay, I wanted to make another video to show that the stars spin and the Earth is dead stationary. I mean, which way is the Earth spinning in that picture? It's definitely not spinning. From the camera to Polaris is stationary. It's still, it's not moving. And in this time lapse here, what you will notice is from the pole star, as it slowly goes out, these stars here, they travel a short distance. The further you go out, the further they travel. Okay. And that means that in the time span that this was filmed, this star has to travel this much further in distance compared to this star has only traveled this much distance. Okay. And I've put that, replicated it on my my wheel. Find my screw to attach the camera to my Earth, which spins. And what that shows is the stars that are closest to the pole, they only have to travel a certain amount of distance, compared to a star that's further out has to travel a lot further in distance. So if you were to spin this 1/4 of a turn, you see how the outside star has to travel a lot further than the inside star. Okay. Well, I've also replicated the picture from this camera here. The Earth is stationary, looking through the rock to Polaris. This pole star doesn't go either side, up or down, is stationary in the center from this camera. The only way you could replicate something spinning is to spin the camera on the spot. So basically the camera is spinning to replicate the motion in the center, and it would have to be perfect. You'd have to engineer it perfect. Well, if you spin the Earth east, this actually does a 1 centimeter circle. So to replicate the Earth spinning, you'd basically have to spin the camera on the spot to actually keep it in line with the Polaris pole star. That's the only way you could replicate it. You cannot replicate it any way. East-west motion, the pole star does not line up. Same with if you go north-south. I've set this up to actually do a north-south rotation so it can show you what would happen if it was going north or south. It just doesn't happen. That's north-south, this is east-west. It just cannot happen. You'd have to spin the camera perfectly to the center of the lens to make the actual pop, to look through the rock at the pole star. That's the only way you could do it. And even still, you'd have to invert the camera, which I'll show you right here on a piece of paper what inverting the camera means. If you have a circle, you cannot put a camera on the outside of the circle because the camera lens films in a circle like that. The only way you could do it is if you have a circle and the camera was in the center and the lens was in the center, and basically the camera spins on its axis. That's the only way you can replicate it, which proves the Earth is 100% stationary. Thanks for watching.